Hello YouTube, called Dallas Gamer here with another video. What I want to discuss in Helldivers 2 is basically the new Warbond. I know I'm a little late to the party, but I wanted to wait until I unlock the urgent grenades because the urgent grenades and the grenade launcher caught my attention. Now, I know what was the purpose of this Warbond. The whole purpose of this Warbond was kind of obvious when you look at the entire theme of it. Aside from the aesthetics of police officers, the main theme of the war bond was clearly about crowd control, and that caught my attention because Helldivers 2 is essentially a horde game, kind of like almost like a zombie game, but it's not really a zombie game, but still, it's definitely a horde game where you as the player, you fight a bunch of enemies all at once, and the higher difficulty in this game, the more enemies you have to face, including the, the harder enemies such as tanks, harvesters from squids, the big charger guys from the bugs, and of course the ultra heavy ones like the leviathan in the squids, the flesh mobs, and bio titans from the bugs, and of course my favorite, the strider, the walking strider from the bots front. Especially when you kill it, he sounds like a machine animal. But anyway, what basically I want to discuss is this new Warbond, Force of the Law. I really do like it, and I really do like the new grenades. The grenades is caught my attention, but aside from the grenades, the grenade launcher also caught my attention, and it's the first grenade launcher where it's a rotating rifle grenade, and I really wanted to unlock that because I love both the aesthetics and the whole purpose behind it, which is again crowd control. And so far, I'm loving it. However, the urchin grenades, while I still like it and I still love the purpose behind it, I feel like a little let down because it's a little bit underwhelming. And I agree with the gaming community of Helldivers 2 that the entire Warbond, there are some aspects where it needs a little tweak, it needs a little buff, such as the rifle. The rifle, right now, there's a lot of controversy behind the rifle. A lot of people say it needs a damage buff, but others they say that they need a stun buff. In my opinion, I'm leaning towards the stun because again, the whole point of this warbond is crowd control, and I feel like some of the stun mechanic it doesn't feel guaranteed, if that makes any sense. Like the stun mechanic should feel a little guaranteed, especially the new grenades, the urchin. When you land it on an enemy, it should stun them and stop them from attacking or moving around. And from my gameplay experience using the new urgent grenade, I noticed that it does stop enemies, but when you try to stun the flesh mob, especially the flesh mob, um, sometimes they do get stunned, but when they start charging, they don't stop at all. And me, I'm kind of disappointed on that because when you do that against certain bugs, especially the charger, they really do stop. They stop and they get stunned. But the flesh mob, for some reason, they don't stop at all. And I feel like the urchin, it needs to have that guaranteed stun. Because, in my opinion, for a stun grenade that does AoE, it looks very powerful. And I would dare say it looks more powerful than the flashbang stun grenade, which by the way, we do have that. Like now that I think about it, there is another grenade that does stun people, which is of course what's called the stun grenade, but it acts more like a explosive flashbang. This one, the urchin, it acts like a stun lock, if that makes any sense. It stuns your enemy but locks them in place, and that I love the idea and I love that theme of it. And because the stun looks powerful, it does a AoE stun. And in my opinion, the the concept and the way it's delivered is correct, but it needs a little more tweak in order to guarantee that stun. And I'm really loving this Warbond because the whole theme is about crowd control. And I know I sound like a broken record, but the crowd control aspect is what I really love about this Warbond, and in my opinion, it's highly needed in this game because, once again, Helldivers 2 is a horde game, and when you play against the bugs and the squids, you're fighting an army that's usually oriented on melee, and you want to have a gear that's crowd control your enemies, especially stopping your enemies from getting too close to you. And this Warbond is super useful in the bug front, and me, I'm more of a bug diver because I like fighting against the bugs. But recently, as you can see in this gameplay in the background, I've been finding squid a lot lately, and yeah, this Warbond is definitely needed, but at the same time, I'm a little bit disappointed, and I feel like the Warbond itself, it needs a little more tweak, a little more guaranteed, and what I want to see is more guarantee on the stun mechanic. Especially when I land an urchin grenade on the flesh mob, it should stun them in place. Even if it's charging at me, it should stun them in place. But sadly, um, from my experience, when even if you land a urchin grenade on the flesh mob, if it's charging at you already, it will not stop in place. Me, that's a letdown. So guys, please leave a comment, like your opinion about this Warbond down in the comment section below. I really want to hear it. And me personally, I'm loving this Warbond. I just wish this Warbond got a little tweak where the stun mechanic should be more guaranteed. And as I stated guys in my previous Helldivers 2 video, because Helldivers 2 is a PvE game, I feel like they should buff some stuff where the game makes you feel a little overpowered, but not too overpowered. Like, I understand the balancing part, but what I want the developers to understand is that because it's a PvE game, you kind of could get away with it being a little overpowered. Don't make the game easy. Like, I understand the balancing part. Like, I understand some nerfs, the reasoning of a couple of nerfs behind it, but there was a period of time where Helldivers 2 got insane amount of nerfs, and it pissed off the community because they realized that, hey, you're making us a little too weak. We don't feel special in a PvE game, and the whole point of PvE game is making you feel like you're overpowered, like you're the exception. In PvP, it's totally understandable to have nerfs because you're fighting against other players, but in a PvE game, you're supposed to have a power fantasy that you feel like you're overpowered and you could take on a whole army. And that's something that I feel like the developers sometimes forget. So yeah, that's why I kind of want to see a little more buffs and a little less nerfs and a little more guaranteed behind the mechanics. So this Warbond, I want to see a little more guaranteed on the stun mechanic, and hopefully everything turns out well. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background. So again, please leave a comment down in the comment section below, and like and subscribe and all that. Kadalis Gamer, over and out.